Hello to my little friend. So Conjuration. This is the one skill that I think everybody should be using. It is easily S tier for any build, literally any build. It can do so much for you, and we're going to get to the enchanting part of it here in a moment, but when I'm traveling somewhere with my horse, and let's say I travel to one of these locations that have already been revealed, and I hear, this is the last time I'm going to, some NPC is yelling at me because I know, oh, it's a bandit trying to kill me or a marauder, or maybe I hear a sound, and I know, oh, I'm about to be attacked here. So what I do is I get off my horse and I immediately summon my zombie. Why is that? Well, any summons, especially, this guy right here, I love him so much. I'm going to replace him with a Daedroth soon. But this is a journeyman spell, probably the most powerful journeyman conjuration you can get. But this guy is an aggro magnet. So I get off my horse, I hear some nasty bits from other enemies, and so I summon him, and he immediately draws aggro from anything in the area. Now, if there's multiple things, that might not be true. So like if a conjurer has a summon like a scamp or something, or another headless zombie or whatever it is, then the conjurer might aggro to my horse, the conjuration might aggro to my zombie, or vice versa. But it at least offers you an opportunity to distract enemies from you, from yourself, and from your horse, if you have a horse with you. If it's just you, then, then you're in a dungeon and you hear a sound and you hear an enemy being mean and brutish, you can summon your conjuration. That at least acts as a distraction while you maybe set up for a better position, especially if you're just starting out and you don't have like full stealth yet. Like right now, I don't really need my conjuration to protect myself. And I am dropping frames and I can't do anything about it. I'm just sort of hosed by the system. Maybe I should just quit all my Firefox windows. That might help it a little bit. But, so that's the conjuration aspect. You want to be leveling this. These guys are so useful just for combat, right? It's just so useful. Not only that, but before you have like detect life, you can also use a conjuration to figure out where enemies might be. Because if you hear that music, dun 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 dun, right? You're in combat and you don't see any enemies. Where are they? Well, you summon your summon and they'll start running after it. So that tells you where your enemies might be. At least if, there's more than one enemy, it'll at least show you where one of them might be. So it's useful in that sense. Now, the other way it's useful is, let's say that you have a bunch of conjured weapons like this, right? Or not conjured weapons, enchanted weapons. That's what I meant to say. And you don't, let's say you do the best thing in the game, which is to go grab Azura's Star. You do that like right away. Or maybe at least sometime before you start using enchanted weapons, right? I didn't do it this time, but I have it now. I sort of had a different thing in my mind when I played this time. I wanted to do things a little bit differently this time. So I did the whole Thieves Guild questline first, before I did anything serious with the Mages Guild. So I sort of did things in reverse, just because I wanted variety this time around, but I finally did go get Azura's Star. It's a quest that you go get by going to Azura's Shrine, and you talk to the shrine, and wow, I'm just dropping frames left and right, aren't I? This sucks. But anyway, now I can fill that Azura's Star, which is a permanent soul gem. It captures monster and creature souls, not NPC or humanoid souls, but there's a way around that. So let's say you've been fighting humanoids and you're struggling to get souls filled into that thing. You can conjure an enemy, or conjure a creature like this, and if you have a weapon that has soul capture on it, or capture soul, I can attack him, and his soul will go into Azura's Star. So now if I hit Azura's Star, right, it has a common soul, and I can fill up this bow using recharge, so R. So summon. Let's say it was down to 0, right? I could just keep doing this, hit my forward button, fill it up again, and eventually with a bunch of even lesser souls, you just hit this once and kill your summon, capture the soul, You know, it does require a little bit of downtime after, you know, killing several NPC enemies if you can't recharge that way. Now, if you can recharge, like if you're just in a creature dungeon or a monster dungeon and there's no NPCs, you're not having an issue with this, right? You're filling Azura's Star with creature souls and you're good. So that's the way that this accounts for aiding you as you're progressing through a dungeon. But it also helps you when you're enchanting, because let's say that you have a bunch of souls or soul gems and you just want to quickly fill them. Well, you can conjure a creature, and then let's say that you don't have Azura's Star yet, right? You just have a bunch of empty soul gems. And you're sitting in the Arcane University and you're like, well, shoot, I forgot to fill these things. Well, you can just do this, right? You can just use your enchanted weapon that has the soul, capture soul on it, right? Soul trap, or you can just use the soul trap spell on your summon. So I can here, let me, I don't have this keybound, do I? Let me keybind this real quick. Let's put that on, let's just put that there. Okay, so soul trap. Where is it? There it is. All right, so I can summon my zombie. Let's assume I don't have a weapon that has soul trap on it yet. Now there we go. Now, when I kill him, see he's all pink like that? When I kill him without an enchanted weapon, so let's say I use the Blade of Woe, for instance. Notice it says there's no soul gem in your inventory because it tried to capture it, right? Because I used a weapon that did not have soul trap attached to it as an enchant, but I did cast soul trap on the enemy. So that's a way to sort of bootstrap yourself before you get, you know, an enchanted weapon with soul trap already on it. Or you could always go get the Umbra weapon, which is good luck trying to kill her when you're first starting the game. She is down here at Vin Diesel. Just think Vin Diesel. I'm sure they named it based on that in a way. But she's a formidable enemy. But if you can kill her, you get a weapon, a sword that soul traps for 120 seconds. So you can just hit the enemy once. That puts a 120-second soul trap spell on them. Then you can use any other weapon you want, and including the Umbra weapon, to just kill her, to kill an enemy, like your zombie or whatever it is you've summoned. But I just have those, I have the soul traps attached to my weapons now. So, like if we look at this, it's soul trap, and then ramping the fire damage. This is a fire damage ramp. I explained that in a prior video. So 1, 2. So any one of those strikes will cast soul capture and potentially kill him. So now I have, you know, 2 weapons that need to be recharged. But if you keybind it, it's really easy. So summon him again. Now I can hit 4 and R really easily. So I just wanted to show that. And once you get to the point where you can summon grand soul enemies, like the, I forget when, I think the expert summons give you greater souls, and it's not until you get the master level summons, maybe. Don't quote me on this, I don't know, I should look this up. I think that's when you get enemies that grant grand souls. Like, let's look that up real quick. No, stop. USP, stop. USP, Oblivion, summons. All right. Should give us the souls. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so basically, the best souls you can enchant with or recharge with are grand souls. But I wouldn't worry about recharging weapons with grand souls. Any level will do just fine. Unless your weapon only has like 6 charges, right? Like most of my weapons have 20 or more. That's sort of like a good minimum to have number of charges on an enemy. So like my, let's see, my Bow of Drain Ramp has, what is it? 38 uses. My daggers have 38, or no, my daggers have 20. That's right. right? Or maybe it's the bow that has 20. Okay, so my bow has 20 uses. So I can shoot 20 times and hit things, and it'll use all those charges up. But if you divide 160 by, geez, I hate this UI. If I hit 20 things, then that's going to be, it's only going to require 80, 80 charge level per use. So that's because that's 1600 divided by 80, right? That gives you 20. So it eats 80 amount of this bar each time. So 20 uses all the way to 0. But even lesser souls, I think, give more than 80. So you can just kill something, capture even a lesser soul sometimes, and that'll give you like a nice boost upward in recharging. But more often than not, by the time you're charging things, you're going to see common enemies, and that's usually what you're going to capture. And if not, you can always summon a zombie. Let's assume you've gotten to the headless zombie. You can summon that and capture that, and then you're good. So if we look at this, and can we sort by this column? Let's make this a little bit smaller. There we go. We sort this by, it doesn't sort properly. That's annoying. But here you can see all the grand ones. So once you can summon a Gloom Wraith, a Lich, a Zivali, I think those are the only ones, right? Yeah, so Gloom Wraith, you can get at master level. Lich, you can, I believe, get it, at master level. So it's the master level summons that, or you can get this greater power, which is you get from a stone, one of the world stones that I've covered before. Let's see here. Grand, here's a Dark Seducer. It's considered an NPC, so you have to have a black soul stone to capture it. It won't, the Azure Star won't work with that, and a normal Grand Soul Gem won't work with that. Again, that's a greater power. There's another greater power. I think this maybe comes from the Knights of the Nine thing, maybe? I don't remember. It's been ages since I've done any of that stuff. Here's graders. So yeah, if you ever want to enchant something, you can get your Conjuration skill up to master level, sort of power level, and then you have Grand Souls as much as you need them just by buying the Gloom Wraith, and then you summon that, you kill it, you suck up its cell and soul into either a Grand Soul Gem or the Azure Star, and then, or a black, no, I guess it won't fill a black Soul Gem at that point. But yeah, Azure Star or a Grand Soul Gem, and then you can use that to create the best enchants in the game. And you basically, as long as you have Azure Star, you would have an unlimited number of Grand Souls to enchant as many things as you want, whenever you want. You just stand there in the enchanting building, the Chironasium, and you just summon a Gloom Wraith, kill it, you've captured its soul, enchant a piece of armor. Summon another one, capture its soul, enchant another piece of armor. It's like a never-ending cycle of joy and loveliness. So that's it. I just wanted to share that. Bye.